It is a community facing extinction. The Ik people are listed as one of the two marginalized communities in Uganda, the other being the Batwa in the Rwenzori region, southwestern Uganda. The Ik live daily with hunger, cattle raids, dilapidated and or non-existing basic social amenities.
People are surviving hardly. Thank God it drops water, then we have some greens in the bush, in the jungle. You find people are surviving on the wild green vegetables.
And yet the word Ik ironically means the leaders or the first migrants. They're among the first settlers in Karamoja region over 100 years ago. So how could a community that settled here first be so marginalized and forgotten like the Ik have turned out to be?
So originally, nobody, even the central government, never knew who the Ik were, if they existed. And even when NRA took over, we were still yet known as the Dodoth until the Constitution of 1995 was amended, which revealed our existence as Ik, a unique community.
They say the first head of state to visit this area was President Sheila Nduhukire in 2015. The Ik have become President Museveni's reference point in many of his speeches lately. While justifying the creation of many districts and the bloated size of parliament, the president said it was a deliberate move to liberate the many marginalized communities in the country.
I worked for, and I'm glad Parliament approved, for the Ik constituency. So therefore this big Parliament is a Parliament of liberation. Liberating the whole country, but also liberating the subgroups in the country. And I have no apologies for that.
The only known publication on Ik culture is Colin M. Turnbull's book, which is virtually the only source of information on the Ik people, produced in the 70s. The book describes the Ik as mountain people. The only other source of information one can get then is from a handful of Ik elders who picked bits and pieces of English from their time in school in the 70s and 80s. Whereas the Ik are considered one of the many sub-tribes in Karamoja that is home to other communities, including the Gie, Bokora, Masaniko, and the Dodoth. The Ik are totally different from the Karamojong. They understand and speak Karamojong, but the Karamojong can't speak their language.
The Ik were not known even by the Karamojong themselves as the Ik. We were all known as the Dodoth. And that is how the issue of lack of representation continued from time immemorial.
In fact, previous members of parliament campaigned in the Ik area through interpreters.
They could not communicate, and the person who could translate, of course, distorts the information. Since these people, they don't know English very clearly.
The absence of a medium of communication between the Ik and the other sub-tribes in Karamoja provided ground for their slow but steady isolation from other communities. According to elders here, the Ik adamantly refused to learn any other language, saying this would dilute their culture. Residents here claim that many key government projects like electricity, health services and education have not been extended to their area because they didn't have a voice in key decision-making fora.
Why the roads in the rest of the district are very okay, but you find the roads here have never been maintained for the last 10 years.
The people of Tulutul, they are getting water in a far place, something of 3.5 kilometers, and that's the mountain climbing.
Even when there was an opportunity for them to be part of such fora, many didn't go to school. They blame the insecurity and famine that left many families devastated. And so, the residents have never been as proud to finally have a constituency and a member of parliament in Hilary Lokwang.
Hey, we feel that really God has come from heaven just down for the president of the Ik.
Like any other human being in this world, it was very necessary for the Ik people also to be represented.
But with 458 constituencies and 112 districts across the country, it appears that the steps taken so far to liberate the Ik could be just a drop in the ocean.
For sure, for us it is really good and it is big, because having something of this kind for the first time, it blows up. Now that is a chain. One person here at the district, one person at the parliament.
It is through these baby steps in representation that the Ik hope they will graduate from hardly eating the crumbs of the national cake to enjoying a full slice of it.
If by 15 years from today, 20 of them are like him, have finished university, I think that is reasonable enough to intervene all these problems.
It is a moment they are ready to keep enjoying for now. Sheila Nduhukire, NTV, Ik County, Kaabong District.